What's going on guys, Unknown Player here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys everything new within Destiny today. So a load of new things, I'm going to be showing you guys all the noteworthy things in this video. So before we get into the patch notes of what's changed, I'm going to show you guys real quick about the new things that were added on top of the update. So 15 new-ish exotics were also added into the loot tables. That means all the year 1 exotics which have been remade and will now drop just like any other exotic would, and also have their boosted light levels to match their year 2 stats, so you can get ones dropping at 280. I managed to get myself the Tarantella, the ATS-8 Tarantella for the Hunter, and this is what it looks like here. I've got it in a chest engram I'd saved up for a long time, so if you have any chest engrams that are exotic, make sure you turn those in as a Hunter or Titan, and you can get the Tarantella or the Twilight Garrison. But if you want to know what all other exotics are that have been added to the game, I've made a separate video detailing all the exotics and what's new about them, so you can check that one out in the description. And there's also Sparrow Racing. Now this of course is a brand new mode that's been added to Destiny, and you guys probably know I've uploaded quite a lot of videos showing off all the new gear, all the new loot, how Sparrow Racing works, and of course a race from start to finish. So if you want to see what Sparrow Racing is like and check out some tips about it and the gear you can unlock, then you can check out those videos linked in the description as well, and also on my channel there's quite a few of them, so anything you want to know about Sparrow Racing I've got you guys covered. And then finally there's also the Golgoth challenge mode update. That is going to be this week, and I'll have more videos coming up later showing off the new loot that I get from Golgoth and the 320 stuff that I picked up. Let's talk about what is in this new update. There's of course a big update which you will download when you boot up Destiny. It's quite a sizable one, and it is the big December patch that has been talked about for quite a while now. And the first thing they've done is fixing a sprint glitch, and I'm not sure if this is the sprint glitch that everyone's known for a long time with Destiny, where it gives you like a bit of a cooldown before you can sprint again. I don't think it is that. I'm pretty sure it's a different sprint glitch which was equally annoying, where it looked like you were sprinting and your gun was down but you couldn't actually move at sprinting speed. It would move you at running speed, but I think that has been addressed. So I don't think it's the big one, but I think it's definitely a sprint glitch, which is good to see that it's fixed. Then there's also the big Sunbreaker nerf. This was feared for a long time. A lot of Sunbreakers afraid that they finally got this new crazily powerful subclass, and now it's going to get nerfed because the Striker and Defender are very weak in Crucible in terms of just lethal power, and they're afraid that this would finally get nerfed. But it seems that what they've done is they've buffed the Striker and the Defender slightly, and they've nerfed the Sunbreaker a tiny bit as well. So they've done a lot of things, but in general, I'm just going to read you the most important things. Some of them you probably won't even notice. They're literally like 1% changes. But the main things that have happened to the Sunbreaker is they've reduced his health slightly so that you're now able to be one shot to the head with a high impact sniper. These include weapons like the 1,000-yard stare, which makes me very happy. I do think it's a bit ridiculous to be able to survive a high impact sniper shot to the head, but now if you're a very skilled sniper and you can manage to snipe a Sunbreaker, then you'll be able to drop him, which is very good. So it's pretty much in line with the Radiance Warlock, which I think is fair, and I think you should be able to get one shot to the head because it's a very lethal amount of damage. But now that's how you can be able to counter a Sunbreaker if you've got a very good shot. They've also reduced the Seeking on the Flame Seeker perk, which allows the hammers to seek enemies. That's been reduced slightly. And Cauterizer, which is the perk that allows you to regen your health on a hammer kill, has a 3-second cooldown where it used to be instant. So I think that is the biggest nerf to Sunbreakers out of this entire patch, to be honest, because when you'd kill someone with a hammer, you would instantly regen your health just like that. And I thought that was a little bit ridiculous. For the amount of health they have, you shouldn't be able to regen it that quickly. But now when you get a kill, it's going to take 3 seconds for your health to be able to regen, and it's now a little bit more fair. But still, the amount of hammers you can throw is about the same, and it's not really much of a difference. So you can still throw hammers for like 26 seconds. So it's an insane super. Still watch out for it, but it's now a tiny bit less lethal than it used to be. In line, they've also buffed the Defender and Striker. The Striker by a tiny bit. They've made him basically a little bit better. Like most of the perks activate a little bit faster and are a bit better and kind of have better stats on them. And the Defender, when you pop the Ward of Dawn bubble, that now charges your melee and grenade. So that's a little bit of a buff as well. Into weapon balancing, I've made a full video detailing every single thing they've done to all the weapons. So if you want to find out what weapons are tuned and exotics and stuff like that, then you can check out that video in the description. I would normally cover it in this video, but there's literally so many changes that I don't want this video to drag on for too long, and I've already made an exact video detailing everything you need to know, so there's no point repeating myself. If you want to know all the changes that have happened to weapons, you can check out that video in the description. The Omnigul Strike is now in the Vanguard players as well, which wasn't before. The Nightfalls give 500 rep on your first completion of the week, which I think is pretty cool, and definitely incentives to actually do the Nightfalls this time. Another real cool thing is that the 3 of coins now applies to the Crucible completions, which is interesting. So you don't need to win the game, you literally complete a game and you've got a chance to win an exotic. Rumble, you can no longer play solo, which I think is great. There are a lot of people who went in there to boost and like give each other sword kills, and now that won't be happening, so I really enjoy that because I play a lot of Rumble. Something else I absolutely love is that some vendors will now accept materials for reputation. So Dead Orbit accept helium filaments, New Monarchy accept worm spore, Future Warcult accepts Spirit Bloom, Eris Morn also accepts Wurmspore, and Petravenge accepts Etheric Light. So that is the use for Etheric Light, and that's how you can get rid of it. And then finally, which something I do not like honestly, is that the Year 1 faction ships, which were literally the rarest thing in all of Destiny Year 1, those are now dropping in Year 2, which I don't really like because I worked literally for like 6 or 9 months to get my Dead Orbit ship, and it's literally one of the rarest items in the game. Ships and shaders from factions were super rare, but now it's going to be dropping in Year 2, and the way that the faction packages work in Year 2, you're more likely to get items you don't have. So these ships are going to be dropping like crazy, and they're not really going to be cool anymore, which I don't really like. I enjoy having items that are rare and people won't have, but that is what's new with Destiny. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. A ton of stuff happening today. Stay tuned for more videos on this channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.